Welcome, gathered friends, into our first foray into the Legends of Chima line proper. We're looking at all the Year 1 Polybag sets. There are 5 of them that we are looking at today. We are not going to be covering any of the foil bag sets that would come with the magazines. Those, the blister packs, and the 6th polybag will be covered in a separate video. Each of these polybags gives a taste of what each of the 5 tribes had to offer in the first wave. They were a very inexpensive way to try out the line before buying one of the bigger sets in the line. The very first Chima set many would have encountered is set 30250, Ewa'rs Acro Fighter, and contains 33 pieces. In January of 2013, the set was a gift with purchase from LEGO Shop at Home. Eventually, it would go to retail in at least the US at Toys R Us in June, then later in November they were sold at Target. Crazy to think that back in the day, GWPs weren't a $30 set to prey on collectors by giving them a single week to get a coveted set, with a $200 paywall. But just a polybag. This set is more of a promotional tool to help kids and AFOLs alike understand what Chima was about. The set itself gives us a good idea of what Chima is. Anthropomorphic animals riding around vehicles that look like the animals they are, with a special crystal. The first minifig we get is that of Ewar. He is a member of the Eagle tribe. Ewar is a good example of how the minifigures of Chima will stand out from the other minifigures of the time. He has armor with wings attached. As an accessory, we will see with all the polybags he comes with a chi crystal. The Acro Fighter itself is a simple build to be expected of a polybag, but if I'm being honest, I don't get the feeling that it's a fighter but more of a small transport vehicle. But that's most of these vehicles. They're less of vehicles of war and more transportation and scouting vehicles, and for what they are, that's perfectly fine. The Acro Fighter tells us a lot about Eagle Tribe builds. They are white and blue with hints of yellow, and they predominantly take to the skies. The second polybag is set 30251, Winzar's Pack Patrol. It contains 38 pieces and it was available in Target in January of 2013. This set comes with a titular Winzar and his chi crystal as an accessory. Winzar is a member of the Wolf tribe. The Pack Patrol is the biggest polybag of the first year. This is by far the most confusing polybag. At a first glance it looks like a snowmobile, but that doesn't make any sense since ice and snow are legends by the time Chima actually takes place. Looking at the packaging, it seems to be some sort of jet ski, I guess. There's a possibility it was designed without knowledge of future story plans, so let's go with jet skis. But if it was a snowmobile, I think it'd be really fitting since I believe most people can associate wolves with northern forests, which have a lot of snow around winter. But a jet ski would also work with the lore. I'd say this set tells us a lot about the wolf tribe. The colors are gray and red. Just like the larger wolf sets, this build becomes very angular. Even the shape has a downward angle going for it. The shaping alone would have been fine, but they go a step further with the fact that the wolves use a bone in the Pack Patrol's construction. Visually, this tells us they are not to be messed with. Ruthless killers that will use your body after death to its fullest extent. This is the only Chima set with a long bone, and that's a real shame seeing what the feature had to offer up. But the bone might have been a big part of the prehistoric tribes if we ever got them. It would have also been a great fit for the wolf tribe. The third polybag set is 30252, Crug Swamp Jet, containing 23 pieces. This was a Toys R Us exclusive in June of 2013. The set features a Crocodile tribe member, Crug. This is the Croc's jet ski, or at least a more traditional one we would see in the real world. This set introduces to us the new color of olive green, at least in this video series. We'll see the true introduction later on. This is the set to get out of the polybags because I feel it fits the best with the actual Croc tribe sets. Despite its small size, it doesn't feel like a polybag set like the rest do. This feels more like something the Croc tribe would actually use compared to the other polybag sets. It also makes a great companion piece to the other Lion watercraft and future sets. The fourth polybag set is 30353 Leonidas Jungle Dragster. The set contains 30 pieces. It was released in 2013 and was a Toys R Us exclusive. The set features the Lion Tribe member Leonidas and his titular Jungle Dragster, and a cheap piece for good measure. The Jungle Dragster is a small buggy-like vehicle. From a glance it's easy to tell it's a lion. It's quite commendable for what they did with so little parts. No matter what, it's definitely a better size for an ATV than Ninjago's attempt 2 years earlier. I'm not knocking that set because it's genuinely one of my favorite Ninjago sets I own. It's just an oversized ATV. It's not the best, but it's not the worst of the Polybag sets. My real issue with the set is that it's boring and there's just nothing special about it. The fifth Polybag set is 30354 Razcal's Double Crosser. The set contains 36 pieces. It was released in 2013 and was a Walmart exclusive. The set features the Raven Tribe member, Razcal. The set doesn't really tell us a whole lot about the Raven Tribe. Or it might. That's kind of my problem with this set. So the Ravens are a tribe that cobbles together their vehicles out of scrap. The larger vehicles tell this story way better. Notably, this is the only ground-based vehicle for the Ravens. Personally, for me, I find this set to be the worst polybag of these small vehicles. The Lion build gets more points for fitting the aesthetic of the Lion superior in my eyes. But that's also where it might work too, in the fact that it doesn't fit the Raven aesthetic because their aesthetic is mismatched. It all comes down to how you view the set because there are many interpretations. The Polybag sets are fine little introductions to the world of Chima and how builds will be handled in future sets. They get the point across fine. Not terrible, but not too amazing. Fine. If there are any sets you believe I missed, they will be covered in later videos. I'm Paleozoic Bricks and unleash the power.